Hi, it's your Coach Joe Lukacs. Welcome to your Practice Power Daily Coaching Minute. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to the 15th of April, and I guess Happy Tax Day, or my condolences, like for a lot of us. You know, over the weekend, what I tend to do is do a lot of what I call personal development reading, a lot of brain food type stuff. And I was lucky enough to have a client email me a link to a white paper by one of the major consulting companies talking about the future of our industry, and more appropriately, how technology is going to be a real big disruptor over the next several years, as we're already starting to see that. Now, why did I bring that to your attention today? Well, first off, you know, I think there's two things that we always need to do as smart entrepreneurs. Number one is we always want to be kind of thinking about the now, the present. Okay, how do I be operationally excellent? How do I accomplish? How do I execute, right, what I need to for today, for my short-term goals? But also, you need to have what I call a strategic eye on, hey, what's going to happen 5 years out? What's going to happen 10 years out? And you need to kind of be always moving towards that, always be innovating, always be expanding, evolving. You just can't sit, pat, and just hope everything's not going to pass you by. Now, the caveat in that is, guess what? Most human beings hate change. So, in other words, evolution is really a nice word for change. Yet most of us are uncomfortable with that or try to shy away from that. And if you have a set of beliefs that say, oh, I'm just the way I am, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks, you're absolutely right, and you will become obsolete. And if that's what you want, that's fine, but then don't complain when you're not successful or doing what you need to do. Now, why am I bringing this up to you? Because I strongly encourage, one of the ways that I've been able to keep myself relevant for over 20 years now being a coach, and I think about what I do today versus what I did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, even 20 years ago when I started. And it's amazing, the progress that you make. I always want you to be thinking 5 years out at a minimum, possibly 10 if you can stretch it, right? And think about, and go back to module 1 of our planning process. Go back to when I asked you about your ideal practice. When I asked you about if you had to do it all over again, kind of start from scratch building your business, what would you do differently? That's what we want to always have an eye on. Are we moving towards that? Maybe not quickly, but we're going in that direction. We're not kind of standing still and stagnant and just, being in survival mode. I also included a link to that white paper. So today's brain food is actually a link to the white paper. I strongly encourage you to take 5 or 10 minutes and read it, digest it, print it out, save it, whatever you need to do. I think it's critical that we all have that piece. And then lastly, if you haven't done so, or it's been a while, go check out iAdvisor and Advisor 2015 and PracticePower.net and really get associated to the virtualization, how technology is actually a tool of freedom for our business, not something we have to tolerate. Have a great day. Happy Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.